If you're dealing with a narcissist right now or trying to heal from one, this might be the most important 8 to 10 minutes you watch today. I'm going to tell you everything I wish I knew when I was in your shoes. Hi, my name is Michele Paradise, and welcome to my channel where I bring together evidence-based information coupled with my own lived experiences to help you navigate the most important relationship in your life, which is the one with yourself. So let's get started. The word narcissist gets thrown around a lot, but real narcissism, it's not just someone who's selfish or takes too many selfies. It's a personality pattern that can devastate your life if you don't know how to handle it. I know, I've been there. So what is narcissism? A true narcissist has a profound lack of empathy, feels entitled to everything, manipulates constantly, and has this relentless need to control the narrative. They exploit others to prop up their fragile sense of self, and they'll gaslight you, criticize you, devalue you, all to maintain control. And if you're in a relationship with one, whether it's romantic, familial, or business, you end up emotionally exhausted, confused, and doubting yourself. If you like the sound of this so far, please hit the subscribe button. And if you're a subscriber, hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. So how do you deal with them? And if you've been with one, how do you heal? Let's break it down. So the first truth bomb is stop waiting for them to change. I know this is hard to hear, but narcissists don't change in any meaningful way. This isn't me being cynical, because I do believe in change. I'm just being realistic. It's one of those personalities that does not change. Because narcissism is deeply ingrained, often formed in childhood, and it's protected by rigid defense mechanisms. But so many of us stay stuck thinking, maybe if I love them enough, they'll soften. Maybe if I explain my needs one more time, they'll finally get it. Here's the reality. That day won't come. Narcissists don't wake up one morning and decide to suddenly develop empathy or take accountability. The change has to come from you. This is what I learned in my narcissistic relationships. It was me that could change. And that change is this: stop being their target. Stop playing the game. Get out. And maybe you can't physically get out, but please emotionally stop playing the game with them. Stop taking the bait. Narcissists are experts at triggering you. They know exactly how to poke at your deepest insecurities, how to say just enough to get you defending yourself, how to pull you back into their drama. You know the expression, your Achilles heel. They know all of your Achilles heels, and they go for each and every one of them with precision. Laser focus. Every time you react, every time you explain yourself, argue, or try to prove your worth, you've taken the bait. You've given them more fuel, more oxygen. And once you take the bait, you're back in their cycle because it's their cycle, not your cycle. The shift happens when you stop playing the game, when you see the bait and consciously choose not to bite. When you learn to regulate your nervous system instead of letting their chaos control you, that's what really matters. But here's the deeper question. Why were you available for this in the first place? This is what I finally began to ask myself, because being drawn to a narcissist is not random. It's usually a repetition of old patterns within ourselves. Many of us who end up with narcissists grew up with inconsistency, criticism, or conditional love, transactional love. So when a narcissist shows up, the familiarity feels magnetic. We mistake chaos for chemistry. We confuse intermittent validation for intimacy. I want you to think about this. Can you leave or can't you? The healthiest choice when dealing with a narcissist is distance. Physical, emotional, psychological, whatever separation you can create, do it. The more access they have to you, the more they'll drain you and destroy you. But what if you can't leave? Maybe you co-parent. maybe it's family, maybe it's your boss. Then the work becomes internal and it's not shared with them. Freedom from a narcissist happens on 3 levels. The first level is literal disengagement. Create physical distance whenever possible. Keep contact minimal, direct, and transactional. Second, emotional disengagement. Stop expecting them to meet your needs. Stop looking to them for validation or repair. This feels cold at first, but it's self-preservation. And third, psychological disengagement. This is the deepest work you can do. Refuse to live in the reality they have created. They'll try to define you as too needy, too sensitive, too difficult. Stop accepting those definitions. So why is it so hard to get over them? That's the question I ask myself a lot. Even when you leave, recovery is rarely straightforward. You know on paper they were manipulative. Well, hopefully you do by now, and that they were cruel. But emotionally, you feel stuck. And here's why. First, these relationships often mirror childhood wounds. If you grew up with unavailable or critical parents, a narcissistic partner feels familiar. Yeah, this was my father. And all the men I dated who were narcissistic, I call it dysfunctional safety because that's what it is. It's not love, it's actually just repetition. Second, most of us can't fathom how manipulative another person can actually be. We assume others play by the same rules of decency that we do. Narcissists exploit that. And third, they're experts at making you believe you're the problem. Their gaslighting convinces you that you're too sensitive or demanding, or it's all about you. You end up questioning your own reality. And fourth, maybe part of the relationship was good. Maybe there were moments that felt incredible. That makes it even harder to let go. So what does healing look like? You can heal from this. You can rebuild this. And here's how. I'm going to give you some tips. Educate yourself like you are doing right now on this video. Understanding narcissism is like turning on a light in a dark room. Once you see the patterns, love bombing, devaluation, gaslighting, you can never unsee them. Rebuild your self-trust. This isn't about recovery. This is about rebuilding. These relationships leave you doubting your instincts on every level. So start small. Honor your feelings. Make decisions aligned with your values. Notice when your body signals discomfort. I can walk into a room now or be part of a conversation and my body actually responds to narcissistic, toxic behavior. Honor it. Strengthen your boundaries. This isn't just about walking away. It's about never letting someone like that back in. Develop the courage to enforce boundaries, even when it's uncomfortable, and grieve the illusion. Part of what keeps us stuck is mourning not the actual person, but the fantasy of who we hoped they'd become. Grieve that fantasy so you can accept reality. This experience can become your greatest source of strength. Many survivors use their pain as fuel, creating art, starting new careers, helping others. Your wound can become your wisdom. You're not alone in this. Please follow me for more recovery content and look at my other videos. I have lots of great tips. And remember that healing isn't just recovery, it is transformational. Thank you so much for following me today and watching my video. Please leave me comments and remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. See you next time. Stay safe.